by going down to the third member of our team, Amanda Marino, who has a couple of more friends along with her. Amanda, who do you got there?
Well, guys, right here I have Zola, and she might be the cutest thing I've ever seen. Hoosier fans and soccer fans come in all shapes and sizes. But right now, looking at the second half going in, Sarah Lamadou, freshman goalkeeper, made seven of her last 8 saves in the second half of the last game. So we'll have to see what she does with that now. But back to you guys upstairs. I'm taking this dog home.
And I think that will be a wise decision to take the dog home, because that might be one of the cutest things I have ever seen.
We go down to the dugout to Amanda Marino.
Well, I got to tell you, Lucas and Josh, this is not the first time Coach Carol Hutchins has been to Indiana University. In fact, first came down for her master's, which she graduated in 1981.
Amanda Marino joins us with more.
During the frigid winter months, sleeping outside can be dangerous. I went to the Interfaith Winter Shelter to see the steps volunteers take to give the homeless a home for the night. To most people, it looks like a childhood slumber party. For people like Nicole Feitz, though, it's a place to call home for the night.
Things aren't working out with me and my ex now, because his sister kicked me out when we moved in with her. He stayed, and I got kicked out.
Volunteers focus on making guests feel safe and comfortable for the night. Guests of the Interfaith Winter Shelter come here to the First Christian Church on Thursday nights, where they are able to sign in, store their belongings, and get something to eat. After they've done that, they can sit and talk with other guests and volunteers until lights go out at 10:30 p.m. They are then woken up at 6 a.m. so that they're able to leave the church by 7. People like IU sophomore Taisha Fordham see the impact they make on people's lives even after they leave the shelter.
Since I've started working, I've seen 2 people outside. One of them recognized me before I recognized them, which was really cool.
Fordham says she likes to check people in and get to know them. At her table, they are each assigned one of the 40 male beds or 15 female beds. More accommodations can be made if necessary. Board president of the Interfaith Winter Shelter, Daniel Watts, says the shelter played a major role in keeping people safe during the winter.
People were, when it was really cold, were dying because of exposure to the weather, or people getting really sick and going to the emergency room for assistance.
Volunteers bear in mind the importance of comfort and safety as they serve the guests inside of the shelter. The Interfaith Winter Shelter is open from November 1st to March 31st and moves its locations nightly.
All right, thank you. We're here right now with Coach Carol Hutchins. Congratulations, Coach Hutchins. This has been an amazing game for you. Tell me, what are you looking at for the rest of the season now that you've got this under your belt?
Well, you know what? The same thing we look forward to. We just want to play good softball.
And tell me about this team that's helped you reach this career goal that has been so consistently good, ranked number 2 in the nation. Tell me about them.
Well, this is a great group of kids. And
thank you very much. This has been Carol Hutchins right now breaking the NCAA all-time career wins record right here at Andy Moore Field.
Let's check in with Amanda Marino.
All right, guys, let me tell you a little bit about Taylor Lebo. IU senior Lebo is ranked up at number 8 in terms of all-time career aces for the Hoosiers. Saw an ace today. She is on fire. Also recently surpassed the goal of 900 digs in her entire career. But let's take the action back onto the court, you guys.
I'm Stu Somerville alongside Amanda Marino, and we're on the call today. But Amanda, what do you see as going to be a storyline coming up today?
We have got 3 matches that we absolutely need to see. The first one is 125 pounds. We've got Elijah Oliver, Indiana University's freshman, ranked number 19, going up against a junior from App State, Vila Passon. Along with that, looking at 174 pounds, number 11, Nate Jackson, is a redshirt junior from Indiana University, taking on sophomore Nikki from App State. And the last one is in heavyweight, 285 pounds. We've got redshirt senior Garrett Goldman from Indiana University taking on Denzel Dugenet, a junior ranked number 6 from App State. We'll see how those 3 look.
Absolutely.
Let's send it down to Amanda Marino, who has more on family.
Well, I have to tell you guys, Coach Ryan Castle has said that family is the core value for him and the rest of the Hoosiers. He says that if you love your family and you understand them, they're going to be there when you need it most. And now here, while the Hoosiers are playing at home for the first time this season, they're surrounded by their friends and family who came out to watch, giving them a little bit of a taste of what it would be like to have the championship when it comes up in April. Coach Castle is also hoping to expand the Hoosier family by getting water polo clinics started and introducing Indiana to the sport. But back up to you guys. And this right here is Bear, and Bear is very special. Whose dog is Bear?
Hannah Johnson's number 12.
Hannah Johnson's dog Bear. Well, we've been seeing some really great Indiana offense, but let's not forget Northern Colorado's. We've got Mariel Gutierrez. She has scored 3 of the last 5 goals for her team for this season. Last year, 23 games, 7 goals. It's all going great. I'm going to head it back up to you guys, though.
Thank you, Amanda, and thank you so much for getting those dogs in the picture. That just
Back down here with Coach again. Coach, tell me, what does this victory mean for you guys?
Oh, it's great. I mean, we haven't won on this field since October 31st, 2014.
And what comes next in terms of getting ready for that game?
Yeah, we need to take care of ourselves and recover tomorrow.
Welcome back. I'm Amanda Marino.
And I'm Brad Davis.
IU students and professors are aware of the recommended actions in emergency situations, but what they'll do in the spur of the moment may change. IU has its buildings equipped with the typical emergency equipment for fires and escape routes, but those items aren't as helpful in certain emergency situations. IU's emergency continuity and planning recommends the non-sequential actions run, hide, or fight if there was an active shooter on campus. After the recent incident at Ohio State University where a student injured 11 people with a car, it's impossible to be prepared for the unexpected. IU freshman Danny Wesley doesn't necessarily agree with all parts of the run, hide, or fight method, but believes it's the only logical thing to do.
How are you going to fight off bullets? You can run, yes, but then you might get targeted. You can hide, but then it's always cons to it, but I think mostly it's effective.
IU has developed emergency procedures for other emergency situations, such as bomb threats, where students and professors are asked to remain calm and report any threat. Emergency continuity and planning have developed other recommended actions for various other emergency situations online at protect.iu.edu.
Josh Margolis, let's send it down to Amanda Marino, who will have more on this match.
Hey guys, the Bearcats are coming into this being 3-1 in the CWPA Midwest Division. They actually were able to secure 2 of those victories last weekend against Lindenwood University and against Illinois State. That left them at 3 wins and 5 losses on the season as a whole, coming up to 3-6 as they came into today's game. They have won against Carthage tonight as well. But back up to you guys. All right, guys, I'm down here with Coach Castle, and I have to ask you, Coach, you said earlier in interviews that family is a huge value for your team, and it's part of what keeps you going. Yeah. Where do you see that connection, that understanding in this last match?
Well, it starts with, just talking to each other, how we interpret,
And can you tell me what's going to go on between now and the next game at 7 o'clock?
We're going to take a little rest. We're going to watch some video. We're going to get...
Feet rarely stop moving at Ritmos Latinos dance classes. Dancing a Cuban salsa known as Rueda de Casino, partners are traded and participants meet dancers with a variety of experience levels and from all walks of life. People like Tim Ebert, dance instructor and dance night coordinator for Ritmos Latinos, say the openness within the community is welcoming and worth coming back to regularly.
I'd never danced before in any capacity before I started coming to this club. And I really enjoyed how it sort of opened up a sort of a world to me that had never really been part of my life.
From classes at the IMU to live music nights at places like Falafel and Serendipity, even to right here at an open dance night right above the subway downtown. These dancers come out and immerse themselves deeper and deeper into a culture by taking their first classes or steps.
Though anybody can be a part of Ritmos Latinos, it is an IU student organization. Priya Sharma, an IU student, says it's an encouraging environment to learn dance in.
From the day one, you feel really comfortable and you feel free and you feel like dancing. And I think everyone's nice here, they're very friendly, instructors are really, they're always ready to tell you and clear your doubts.
Sharma and other dancers continue to attend classes and dance nights, meeting people who are moved by the music just like they are.
Jason Smith. I am a senior, a criminal justice major, and I am a police officer for the Indiana University Police Department. We have pepper spray, a gun, I carry 2 pairs of handcuffs, a flashlight, 2 extra mags, and a radio. So that all totals up, and it affects your mobility and how you can twist and turn, and wearing the vest in general, that always ties you down even a bit more. A lot of the times I'm not even thinking, hey, I'm in uniform. I'm just thinking, I'm just here, I'm doing a job. but I forget how people see the uniform. I mean, just today with the race, after I was done with my traffic assignment, I went to the finish line, and
Good job, guys.
people are just coming up to me and saying, you know, thank you for your service, thank you for what you do, you know, just talking with me. And I love that because out of the blue, most people don't just come up to you and start a conversation. But when you're in uniform, I mean, they love you. Kids come up to you and they're like, hi, Mr. Officer. And you're just like, hi, how's it going? And it's like the cutest thing ever. I love it.
In the turns 1 and 2. Oh, yeah. It's banked. We didn't know that was there until this year. Bulldozed it.
In my bedroom when I was a kid, my wall was decorated with the race posters from when my dad rode. And pretty much my entire extended family went to IU for their undergrad. So IU was always a part of my childhood. And so it's always been there. It's always been something I wanted to do. I knew I was going to IU since probably preschool. So Little 500 and IU were always just kind of combined for me.
I had an idea that I wanted to do it. My father did it and my brother did it 2 years before I started. So coming down my first time to see the race junior year just looked like something I wanted to be a part of. And when I got down here to start school, just picked up the bike and it came pretty naturally. For me, I just really like the competition and the camaraderie among different teams and different riders. I think a lot of people think they have an idea of the type of relationships that are built through the race, but without actually doing it, I really don't think you can do it any justice. So to actually be a part of it from the inside and to be the people who make the race is something that's pretty special.
I didn't try to get them involved. I think it was maybe more just a terrible example. I kept saying, I mean, I've continued to ride a bike. There's probably little 5 paraphernalia around the house. They know that I pretty much met their mom through Little 500, or at least through IU. And it just wore off on them. So, and they always had bikes and they learned to ride really early. It's so exciting and proud, and whether they do really well or don't, it's proud. There's no other word.